This is Irontrader, and this is the last call of the day. So we'll take a look here at Bitcoin, at gold, silver, crude oil, natural gas. Then we'll take a look here at the old indexes, the Dow, the S&P, and the old NASDAQ, moving up here quite nicely. Okay, at the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted for crude and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy any stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have Bitcoin, your daily chart. Now, before we get started, just remember on the 11th here, which is Wednesday, is going to be the CPI report, and that measures the inflation. And then on Thursday, we have the PPI report that also measures inflation on, that's the producer price index. So we've got, there's going to be a lot of going on this week, so you should have a lot of back and forth kind of a situation. So we're going to see if there's inflation is building or is inflation coming off here, okay, according to their numbers. All right, okay, here we have old Bitcoin. Here we have a daily chart. Now, all right, you can see here how we had this nice green candle here on Friday, okay? It was an inside day, which means your high and your low on inside of the previous day's high and low, okay? But we went right into the 8-day, held it, but then Sunday when the futures opened up, it jumped right on up here. It looks like it wants to take right on off here, okay? So I already scalped the Btx. I'm on my second scalp there. Really, really nice, good trading in that, okay? So I bought it yesterday, sitting at 56.28. I bought it yesterday at 53.45. So looking really, really good on the old Bitcoin, okay? Now, here we had this high, okay, of 109, 135 level, okay? So what we're looking for is right here, 109, 30 level. So we just got just above it. So your next level is going to be 109, 425, okay? So that's going to be your next level of resistance. Again, today we had that 109, 135, so we just follow the candles up, and that's what we're going to have. Now, if we get above that, then we come right here, 110, 175, and then they have 110, 980, and then we come to 112, 60 level, and then we have your breakout at 112, 345. You crack that, you go into 113, and then 115. Now, they put a price tag on this thing here of 200,000. And eventually, I believe that it's going to hit there, okay? It's just that you want to go one level at a time. It has to see when it gets, and if it gets up to this level, what it does. Does it double top and come right on down? Or like when we had a situation here. See, we made this high, made a higher high, but it couldn't hold it. Eventually, it sold right on off, okay? So always watch those kind of a chart pattern. So we have to see what the reaction is. You need to close above on a closing basis at the end of the day above that 112 level, okay? If you can, then she's going to head to that 113 and 115, okay? Now, on the downside here, we just watch everything that we had here that was resistant. So you want to watch the top of that, 107.495. That's your support level now. We'll come over here, 106.520. We'll come on top of this candle here, 106.555. And then we're going to start running into your key support, 105.945. And then we have your 8-day at 105.364. Now, look at this 8-day, how nice it crossed over 21-day. Then it flattened out. Now it looks like it wants to curl right back up here. Very, very nice. Your relative strength index, very nice, got overbought, came right on down. But look at here. Now we're just having this nice, good rally up here. But you always got to watch these chart patterns. As this was selling down, it held that 21-day, but then it created a bear flag, and then look what happened. Boom. Now, it just reversed on Friday and shot right back up here, but the pattern played out very, very nicely. So now we have to see here. It just looks like it wants to go higher here now, okay? Because now, today, or Friday, I say we made that high at 105. 945, and then today we made that low at 105.735. Okay, so it came right down, went down a little bit lower, but you notice that it held the top portion of that candle and then rallied right up here very, very strong. So I'm long, staying long, and probably going to buy more. Now, if we close above this 112.345, then I'll be balls out with that Btx. I'll probably be doing probably 10,000 shares here, taking it higher. But you have to close above it. Then we can go back, we can go higher again. Now, midday trading today, I did Bitcoin, I did IBIT for ETF and Btx. If you're trading and you want to use those ETF, check it out. The charts I did here for midday trading today. It'll help you along. Okay, look at here. Plenty of room to run, 61. We can go all the way up here very, very nicely. Green is still below your red, but she's starting to curl up. So just a matter of time here before this goes up higher. Now, again, we'll always watch the top of these candles here because that could give you a little bit of support action, okay, before we can make another opportunity to buy another long before we take it up higher. Okay, let's take a look here now at gold and silver. Okay, here we have gold, here we have silver. Okay, so we'll take a look here at the gold here, okay? Now you can see we're trading in the same range, okay? So we look at the 21-day on the downside. You can see where it came down and held it nicely, okay? 3307. Went up right into the 8-day, boom, stopped it, just like that, okay? So that's what you're trading, is that 21-day on the bottom, see the gold, okay? And then look at the blue, that's what you're trading on the top until she breaks out. Now, we break above this 33.62, then what we're going to do is we're going to go top of this candle here, 33.98, come up here for 34.09, and then we'll retest there at 34.27. We get above that, we'll come right here, 34.44, then we have 34.48. That's going to be very, very key, and then we head for 35.09, okay? Close above that, you're going to go 35.50, head your way to 3600. Very, very easy, okay? Downside, look how easy this is here. 21-day, 33.07, came right to it. You lose that, you're going to come right down to the 50-day, which you have to respect at 32.75 because it held it, comes down here. No one says it's not going to hold it again, okay? So right now we're just trading that range, okay? 33.07 on the bottom, 33.62 on the top, okay? We break out, we know exactly where she's going to go. There's your big target, okay? Here's your big target, there's your big target. Okay, we lose that 21-day, we're going to come right down to the 50-day. That's going to be very, very key support. And then we can follow the candles down until we hit down to 31.23. Look at here, nice. 58. Oh, plenty of room to run. Nicely. Look at here. Your green is just sideways. They're kind of like kissing up here. But this here still looks very, very bullish. Look at it here. Low, higher low, higher low. Very, very bullish. Bottom left, upper right. That's exactly what you want to see. Now, look at old silver. Yeah, old silver. Look at this bad boy. He's breaking out now. Okay, look at him. Now, had this sideways action. If you watch my videos, you'll know that when you get this, you build up momentum. Okay, and then when she breaks, she breaks. Now we had this nice candle pointed out here, bull flag, played out nicely, and now she's just melting right on up here. Okay, 37.03. I'm long the SLV. I've been long the SLV, and I'm going to take it up here. I think we can go to the $40 level here on silver. Very, very easy. Now, got to be a little bit careful here because see how this green turned red? So you get into an overbought condition. And when you look at these price channels, see the blue lines? Now the price is getting back out of the price channel. So what happened here when it got out? It wants to come back in. It's out. Now it wants to come back in. So be a little bit patient. But look at your 8-day curling up, 21-day curling up. Very, very bullish on the silver, looking for 40 bucks. Okay, let's take a look here at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have the crude oil. I'm long. I've been long. I didn't add anything to my position. I'm just staying long. Friday, I bought 3,000 shares. I sold 1,000, and then I didn't do anything today. I'm just holding the 2,000 shares, and I think we're going to go right here to this 100-day simple moving average very, very nicely. Now, your next level here of resistance is going to be the bottom of that candle right there, 66.09, and then we're going to head for 100-day here at 66.61, and then we have that 68.74. That's going to be your big target. Pointed out here for last, I don't know how many weeks here now, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, inverse head and shoulders patterns, boom, much higher, okay? Now, see how that 8-day crossed over 50-day? 21 days looking across the 50-day. This looks like it's just going to melt right up to that 100-day, and then we have to see what the reaction is once it gets there. If it goes higher, then we have to see what the reaction was when it gets to the 200. Long CO, UCO, and staying long UCO here until it tells me different, okay? Now, even if this comes all the way down here to that 8-day, this is still a very, very bullish pattern. See how this is holding? We had this kind of like a bull flag situation, broke on out on Friday, and now she's just moving right on up. If you look at a seasonality chart on the old crude, yeah, you're going to have a nice good rally all the way into the 4th of July, okay? So just remember that long, long rally on this bad boy. Now, we're just starting to move here. 62, plenty of room to run. Green over your red, plenty of room to go. Looking very, very bullish here on the old crude ski. Now, natural gas today was a really good short. I scalped the KOLD on the short side. It was a really good short. And I took a little bit of the UNG on the long side. It got as low as 16.27. I got in late. I got in at 16.40. And then it got as high as 16.77. And I got out at 16.70. So I got 30 cents out of the old trade. And I was satisfied with 30 cents, but I'm trading 5,000 shares, so that was good for natural gas, okay? So all clear. I have no position. I'm totally flat on natural gas. and I'm long 2,000 shares on the crude ski. Okay. Now here we have the natty gas. Now here's what we're looking for, 365. You're hanging pretty much in that area. Above that on resistance is 369. And then we want to look at today's high, 376, and then 384. Okay, that is going to be your target. See, we had a high, another high here. We double topped, and we just can't seem to get through that 384 now. But we'll have to see. Be a little patient, because right now you're kind of like in the shoulder season of natty gas there. So it's really not what they call like in play when you have a shoulder season. But again, you got hurricane season coming up here, and then we have going into the winter. So if you look at a seasonality chart, won't be long. Natty gas is going to be in play. The key is on natural gas, you got to close above 384. If it does, I'll be balls out with the UNG, and we'll take this bad boy up to this level next. 393, 208, 250, 450, 450, 408, 415, 420, and then 425. Now, downside here, well, as long as we're holding this 50 days in that 21-day 350 area, 352 here, we're doing really good. We just have this sideways action in play. But we had like a bull flag, but it doesn't seem to want to break on out here. We had this nice bull flag, green on Friday, but it just doesn't seem to carry through here. So we got to see how this all going to shake out. Now, you're only sitting at 53. That can curl right back up. Your green over your red, that's still looking bullish here. But just be a little bit patient. This is a trade for me. I don't hold this overnight, long or short. I just get into it and get the hell out of it. Okay, let's take a look here now at the old indexes. Okay, it looks like the indexes here are melting up nicely. So, might have a possible deal. They're still in talks with the U.S. and China. Maybe on a handshake there, looking at the rare earth materials. So let's just see how this is all going to shake out. But you can see here we got the melt up going. Now on Friday, we had that high at 42 on 924 level. Today we had 42 893 level. So 42 924, yeah, and 42 893. So we still haven't made that higher than we had on Friday. But if we do keep on rolling up here, we're going to bring this price channel right across, and this is going to be your target. Okay, 43 135, and then we can come up to the top of this candle here, 43 767. But this is what you're looking for, is right here is going to be that 44,300, and then just bring this price channels right across until you get all the way to the top there at 45.54. Okay, now this is like in a melt up process. Obviously, you can see that. Okay, look how nice it's holding this 21 days. See, this is why you trade the charts. Come right on down, held it, held it, held it, held it, held it. Look at that, all the way on up here. Now your 8-day is on the rise, 21-day on the rise here. This looks like it just wants to melt up further. Now, again, when you have that CPI report and that PPI report, if we have good numbers on inflation, this is markets going higher. Okay, you're just melting up here. That's what we're doing. Okay, now we have here the S&P. So, yeah, Friday we had that high, 6,021. That was today's high, 6,016. Today we have a higher high at 6,021 level. Okay, so if you bring this price channel right across here, that's what we're looking. We were looking for 6,009. Okay, next level there we're going to be looking at is 6,043. That's going to be your next target on the old melt up. Then we come down here. We're looking over here. You're looking at 6,099. We come all the way up here at 6,128, and then we have a big retest at 61.47. But she's just in the melting process. But what I want to show you here is, see how we got to this overbought condition. Now we're melting up here, but look at your RSI here. Okay, down. Negative divergence. So be very, very careful on this melt up. These melt ups never, come out to a positive scenario. What they do eventually is you get one thing that'll trigger, and then boom, just like this here, she sells right the hell off. Okay, so just remember that. Okay, so now we have the NASDAQ. Now the NASDAQ, which is always my favorite, okay, we rallied up here. We had a really nice high there today so far, 19,637. Now, the ETF I trade for the NASDAQ, which is working really good, is TQQQs, okay? It got as low as 73.84 today. I got in at 74 flat, and you're sitting at 75.07. So I'm up a good point on that TQQs. That's an easy way to trade the NASDAQ. And it has all the good stuff in there. And NVIDIA, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, Apple, Netflix, Google, Tesla, and it pays a small dividend. Okay, now, we have the melt up going on here. Okay, so what we're looking for here is going to be that 19,644 level. Okay, so you're just about getting pretty close to that. Next level is going to be, you can come all the way up here, is you got 20,110. Then we come up top of this candle at 20,118, and then there's your big retest at 20,204. Now this could melt up the same way. Everything is, all these charts look very, very similar. Okay, so when you look at all these charts here, they're pretty much all the same charts. But look at here again. See, we have this overbought condition. We have a higher here. We have a lower here. Okay, negative divergence. Okay, it may not play out today, but eventually this is going to play out. Okay, so just remember that. Same way here. We didn't get up to the overbought, but we still have a negative divergence going in on the Dow. Okay, now if this cracks right on up here and we go above this level, well, then that negates it. But look at all these charts here. They're pretty much everything is the same, but you have that melt up going. Okay, so just be careful. Comes on down, you got to watch that 8-day, got to watch that 21-day, then we got to watch that 200-day. Okay, same thing here, 8-day, then we got a 21-day, and then 200-day. That's all our key support levels. We lose that, you're going to come right to the top of this candle right here, 56.91. That's your gap fill. We lose that, you can come right to the top of this candle at 18.06.8 level. Okay, so just remember here, melt up, ride the wave until it's not time to ride the wave anymore. When you come close to that shore, get the hell off, otherwise you're going to crash. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here tomorrow morning, and we will do it all over again. All right, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.